Alright, what is going on, guys? J.HP Jammers here, back with another Street Fighter 5 video. In today's video, it's going to be another matchup knowledge one, this time going up against the mayor of Metro City, Cody. And we're going to be talking about how his V-Skill can be detrimental to Mika, but highly beneficial to him. I'm just going to be, in this video, I'm just going to be showing examples or situational examples as to where you can use this V-Skill, or where Cody players may want to use this V-Skill, because it's pretty good, but it does have its drawbacks. That's because it's for Cody as a character. But in this matchup, it's pretty annoying for Mika. But yeah, this is what the video is going to be based on. So without further ado, let's jump straight in and head straight into it. Hopefully this won't take too long. So let me just double check we're all good to go. Yep, I'm all good to go. So first of all, if you don't know what Cody's V-Skill looks like, it is basically his double kick, which is this. It takes away grey health. For those of you who don't know, I think it takes about 40. Yeah, it takes about 40 grey health. It is crush countable, so if you do block this or bait it correctly, you can crush counter it or get counter hit properties into a big punish, and it hits both sides. So in this matchup, and especially when you're looking into how to fight Mika in general, you want to look at, several situations where she can get a button or a grab, punish her jumps, drop kicks, whatever. And the double kick, the V-Skill, does all of that and more. But in this video, like I said, we're just going to show generic examples. So first thing we've got is I've got some recordings, but I'm gonna be like switching and re-recording things as well, so bear with me on that. So I've got, this should be the drop kick recording first. Yes, it is, and it's got the target combo at the end of it. So first things first, can the V-Skill punish drop kick? Yes, it can, because it is fully invincible from the 3rd frame onwards. So you can use this, or Cody players will most likely be using the V-Skill to punish drop kick. And it builds them V meter as well. Yes, they lose about 40 grey health, but that's not too bad. If it means resetting the situation back to neutral and building a bit of V meter and getting some damage, they're more than likely and more than happy to use that, and they'll use it liberally too. So you got to be careful with your drop kick, especially your fully charged ones. However, if you do, let's just do the non-charged version and then block for a bit. So if you do this version, the non-charged dropkick, and they're in range and you think, oh, it's coming, and they do that and you bait them, because you'll be too far away, or Cody be too far away, I think the best thing you'll be able to do is probably get a EX shooting peach. So you can try and bait this, again, EX shooting peach. You might be able to dash and do something as well. It does depend on the recovery frames of the V-Skill. I think it said 34, or it might be longer than that. You might be able to dash and get something as well. It depends, so you have to really see. You know what, let's try and do that now, because I'm actually very curious if this works. So, and then dash and do meaty. Let's see if we can do that, right? So if you were to bait the V-Skill and it was to work, I do that. Oh no, okay, even better. Okay, I didn't know the hitbox on that was that pretty big. So dash up. Okay, so you can get a dash up medium. So it's all range dependent, and especially with the timing as well. So, and if a Cody player does this preemptively, then this will definitely work. If they are doing it in a reactionary sense, so they do the V-Skill very late, then this won't work. But it is an idea, it is food for thought, so you guys can test it out in the lab yourselves. That's pretty interesting. But yeah, definitely note down that the V-Skill can punish Mika's dropkick. That is an integral part of looking of matchup notes when looking into different matchups for Rainbow Mika. Alright, the next thing I have is, I believe this is a cross-up jumping light kick. Yes, it is. It's just a random recording, but again, this is just to show you the basic stuff, or like the basic fundamentals, the basic usage of how V-Skill can be used for Cody in this matchup. Now, I did say before, it does hit both sides. So, I probably didn't say it on the video, but it does hit both sides. So, if Mika does try and jump, and remember, one of her potent tools is jumping, whether it's jump light kick, jump fierce, or even dive bomb, the V-Skill should cover all three. As you can see, it has been dealing with the jumping light kick accordingly. Obviously, if you do it as like a safe jump or something, it might stop it. But if I record this again, and then do jump, jump, and then go fierce, probably have to do a bit, move Cody a little bit closer, but it should work. Let's move a bit there. So yeah, if you do the V-Skill, yep, it'll stop that as well. Okay, the V-Skill does 80 damage. So the V-Skill builds in V meter, and it will reset the situation to neutral. Obviously, Mika can quick rise from the situation, but as you can see, the V-Skill is nullifying a lot of pretty good options for Rainbow Mika. And one thing I keep repeating, and again, I'll probably reiterate it in this video as well, is if you can stop Mika's comfortable approaches in her on her opponent, so the drop kick, the jump ins, and maybe dashes, then that means the matchup is a pretty big deal for her. Okay, you might not be able to stop dive bomb. It depends on your timing. Actually, you can stop it. It does depend on your timing. You might have to do the V-Skill mad late, but again, using it in a reactionary sense, it can stop a lot of things. So there you go. And it's got a pretty decent hitbox on it as well. Obviously, if you do it too early, you'll get stuffed, but so far so good. The V-Skill is actually doing dividends for Cody. Now, for the next situation, and again, this is another basic situation for R.Mika. It's jab into command grab, or stand light punch into command grab, or stand light punch into medium punch. So yeah, that situation there, because stand light punch is, let me turn that off for a sec. So stand light punch with R.Mika is +2 on block. So what that means is after that stand light punch, you can either do stand medium punch or a brimstone. I've said this like millions of times in my videos, sorry to regurgitate it again, but it's a case where it's a button or grab mix up for R.Mika every single time, as long as she's within range, but there are ways to escape it. So one thing, another thing that Cody can use his V-Skill for is to get himself out of this situation. So again, if I do the jab into brimstone, it works. However, if I do the V-Skill, it avoids the command grab, and that's pretty good, because that means Mikas won't mindlessly do the command grab or go for that situation and think they're in a very, like, you know, beneficial spot, which they are, because that is rightfully so a very beneficial situation for R.Mika. But all right, if I do the button, hold on, yeah, they have to be cognizant of the V-Skill. Yeah, so if I press the button, I'm getting counter hit, and obviously Code doesn't have a 3-frame button, so it's going to be a lot easier for R.Mika. If I do the V-Skill, however, sorry, I've done that wrong. There you go. The V-Skill, it's avoiding the stand medium punch. So if we put it in more scientific terms, if you have a +2 situation for R.Mika, what the V-Skill can do is it can avoid both the grab and the medium punch button. So if I get another situation, right? So if I do brimstone and then dash up brimstone, right? Now that's a +2 situation. Oh, sorry, Mika's +2 after the forward dash from a brimstone. So what should happen here is I should be able to avoid. My bad, didn't come out reversal timing. This should work. Let's see. There you go. So you can avoid the brimstone. Even if Mika did a stand medium punch in that situation, which they seldom do, they wouldn't do it anyway, which I'm not getting the V-Skill reversal timing. All right, let me match the buttons instead. There we go. So as you can see, in +2 situations, Cody's V-Skill, the double kick, can avoid the brimstone, and it can avoid the stand medium punch in this situation. Because as I said before, Cody's V-Skill is invincible from the 3rd frame onwards. I think it's from frames 3 to 16. So that's quite a long time. And for R.Mika, because a lot of her situations are like +2 situations, that means, ooh, you gotta integrate a light. So instead of doing medium or throw, you got to do another light, and then you got to spend meter where you shouldn't have to get damage and to stop Cody from doing the V-Skill. Or you can bait it accordingly, and the Cody player, if they're very smart, they won't liberally use the V-Skill as much as you'd think they would after showing you that they can escape certain situations using it. Another situation you can use it in as well is, this is going to be a little bit more complex. Well, actually, no, it's not. So I'm going to do brimstone, and I'm going to dash up and do another grab. So yeah, that's the meaty brimstone right there. So what happens in this scenario here? Now, when you do EX brimstone, after the dash, you are +3. So I can go for a meaty button or a meaty grab. If I do a brimstone and Cody wakes up V-Skill, the V-Skill will avoid it. However, if I do a brimstone and then dash up standing medium punch, or even a light attack, right? Let's do standard medium punch, because again, these are basic scenarios, but it's good for people to know. I had to look into this like quite a bit, because this V-Skill, is annoying as hell. Yeah, so I tried to do the V-Skill there and it's not working. This is simply because instead of a +2 situation, I've generated a +3 situation. So that means the stand medium punch is hitting, or it's connecting before the invincibility frames kick in for the V-Skill. So it went from a 5-frame button to a 2-frame button, but as I said, the invincibility, it doesn't activate until the 3rd frame of the V-Skill. So essentially what that means is, right, so if Mika can generate +3 situations instead of +2 situations, she can use medium punches, she can use light attacks, but she can't do a grab. I believe from the get-go, so frames 1 onwards, the V-Skill is actually throw invincible, and then from the 3rd frame onwards it's fully invincible. But if you generate +3 situation and Mika does probably, let's try and get another one actually. So forward fierce and grab, that should be the right timing. Again, this is another basic scenario. Let's see. So forward fierce, yeah. So the V-Skill will avoid that because it's forward fierce. I probably should have done this in the corner to be fair. And then dash 1, 2, and the medium punch. So in this situation again, Cody's V-Skill shouldn't be able to avoid it. He should get hit. There you go. So if you generate a +3 situation for yourself, and Cody tries to do the V-Skill, because remember this is technically a meterless reversal. But if you generate that situation or a +3 situation, then you can use your stand medium punch. You just can't do a grab. You can use a light attack as well, depending on the situation, and you'll take off more health than initially, because obviously medium punches and so on, or some others do like 60-70 damage. But remember, the Cody's V-Skill is a double-edged sword because he loses health in the process of trying to do it. So, and that takes off 40 grade damage. So what you're doing is your stand medium punch goes from 60 damage to 100 damage, and then you can get like a conversion into EXP or a full combo, depending on the situation. So that's essentially it. Just some basic scenarios as to where Cody may want to use his V-Skill against R.Mika in this matchup specifically. He can actually use it in quite a few other areas as well, but I don't want to elongate this video because it can be pretty long. And the other situation, I need to do like proper specific timings and everything. But his V-Skill is integral in this matchup for him. And I just want to make people aware and want them to stay vigilant towards it. And like I said, if you bait it properly, then you can get the crush counter and whatever. But there are a lot of scenarios where myself and other Mika players will just go in because it's a very conducive situation for us. And Cody will just go, no, I'm just going to V-Skill. Drop kick, jumps, even the stand light punch or +2 situations. But obviously, this is where frames make the difference. So if you turn it to a +2 situation into a +3 one, then you can throw out the medium punches. You just can't use a command grab or a regular throw. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense, and hopefully you guys found this video insightful. Apologies for the stuttering. I haven't actually done a video in a while, but I'm doing this video for you guys today. Let me know if this video has been helpful for you. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel and you want to, the subscription button is down below. My Twitter and my Twitch are in the description below as well, and I will leave further details or just details from this video in the description below as well. So you can have, if you like reading, then it will be in there for you. If you like listening to the sound of my voice, then you've just heard this entire video. This has been your boy Hasty Jammers, and hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you guys on the next Street Fighter 5 videos. Until then, take care.